and welcome back to the... what?
Do you want to sing that?
Straight away then, obviously.
Do you want to do a
Hello, and welcome back to the Keepy podcast. It's been a while, I'm not going to lie. Now we're going to do a award show this week, and we've got two special presenters with us. We've got Brodie Rogers.
Aye.
And we've got Fraser.
You going to say anything?
No.
Yeah. Right, today we're going to do some award ceremony. We're going to talk about, like, sort of the best players and stuff from the leagues and everything like that. I'm going to start off with signing of the season.
Alisson.
You say Alisson. Why do you say Alisson?
I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm biased.
Well, to be fair, in this season, he's kept 21 clean sheets this season.
That's the most out of any Liverpool keeper, so he must be doing something.
Carrius last season, that's 16.
Carrius was a beast.
Do you know what? No.
He handled pressure really well.
Fraser,
You did really good last season, man.
Fraser, you're taking the right.
I'm a whole fan.
I'm gonna say a very controversial opinion. Carrius was all right for us. He wasn't awful. His only real bad game was the Champions League final, and it's quite a
But it
bad
was
game.
the Champions League final.
It's a bad game to fuck up in. But wait, are you going to censor it?
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry, I'll sort it out.
It's a bad game to mess up in, but yeah, he got us there, realistically. I mean, he conceded 6 to Roma, but like...
Excellent.
Yeah, but then our current keeper, Alisson, conceded 7 to us.
Watch what happens. Champions League final hits.
Alisson.
3-0 defeat again.
It was 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Oh yeah, wasn't it?
You're a whole City fan, you don't know about European football.
What? Oh yeah, you played Europa League season.
I knocked out the qualifiers once. Don't touch shit.
Well, to be fair, Blues made it to Europa League one season. Like
You were in the Championship.
Yeah, I know. We played like 70 games in one season. How mental is that? But Alisson now, he cost what, 60, 70 million?
66 million.
And he was just there to sort of... And I was just there just... Go on.
I'll say about Alisson. Steve said, "Oh, you wasted a lot of money on a keeper." Chelsea then upped that like a week later, but with Alisson, for example, the save he made against Napoli in the 90th minute. If he didn't make that save, we wouldn't have got to the final. We wouldn't have gone out the groups. And he's just made so many like Barcelona. You can talk about Origi, Wijnaldum, absolute heroes, and we'll touch on that game in a minute. But Alisson really is the unsung hero there. He really kept us in that game.
Well, I definitely think so. I just think that when you bought him and everything like that, I was like, really? 60 million for a guy that conceded, what, 6, 7 goals against you?
In 2018, he conceded 10 goals at Anfield, and 5 of them were for Roma. So,
like how mental's that? It's crazy.
It's pretty mental, isn't it, Fraser?
Bit wavy.
A bit wavy, yeah. In my personal opinion, my signing of the season is Pukki from Norwich.
Okay, free transfer as well.
Free transfer. He got 29 goals and 10 assists in the Championship.
That's what, 39 goal contributions and 46.
And he's 1.9 expected goals in the whole season. Basically, it's absolutely mental.
Considering what did he score 3 goals in Scotland? I'm not.
Yeah, for that team we shall not name. Celtic. No, no, literally. In my opinion, though, Pukki has been absolutely fantastic. He got the best player in the EFL.
He got team of the season, didn't he?
Yeah, he got team of the season in FIFA, and you when you got him and everything like that, I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those that just sticks on the bit. And it's like Ricky Van Volswinkel, if you remember him.
Oh God, no.
He was absolutely dreadful, but they sign him, they just get promoted. It's absolutely.
You know what, I would say this is the season prediction for next season if we're doing that. Norwich are going right back down.
They're going to do a Cardiff.
19th, I'm calling it. Sheffield United 20th, I'm calling it.
What, you think Brighton's going to go down as well?
Yeah, Brighton will go down. And I think out of Derby or Villa, either of them will stay up.
Yeah,
I think that'll be
very good. What's your sign of the season? Do you know football?
I don't care, so...
Jared Bowen.
Hey. Don't talk God. Don't use the Lord's name in vain.
Welcome to Tottenham, Jared Bowen.
Let's just be honest, he's not going to stay at Hull. The chance of him staying at Hull are the chances that Villa are actually going to beat Derby.
Do you know what? That's a big claim.
Oh.
Are we going to put a prediction out there now? Who's gonna
Let's go for it.
I think it's just biased to hate Villa fans, but I don't think Villa will get through.
I'll tell you something.
They are massive bottle jobs, in my personal opinion.
Do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
It was very funny last year because I've got a lot of Villa mates. It's very funny watching them cry about this playoff final. Trouble is, the Champions League final was on the same day, so they were just laughing at me. But
Well, it's one of those because, like, I feel that, like, when Villa, with the players they brought and everything like that, what, they spent £60 million in the Championship in one season.
To be fair,
and like finish 13th. It's ridiculous.
as a Blues fan, you can't talk about financial issues.
Oh.
You got a 9-point deduction.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
And
that was real.
that killed your chances of top
I didn't
six.
think that was real when it first
Yeah,
came.
I didn't think it was real.
You know, there's always these fake things about Blues have got this. that,
Now my
and
mates were
and then it was real.
putting it in group chats, and I was like, "Oh, they're just taking the piss because we
I
have,
thought
a,
it
we have
was
a Blues
fake.
mate."
No,
You always see it, it's fake news and shit like that.
no, honestly, like
It's as fake as Jurgen Klopp to Juventus. Like
it's just
but
in
it
my
was real.
personal opinion. I love Harry Redknapp to the top of my heart, but it's like he ruined us. He always ruins clubs. Portsmouth, for example, Southampton, he ruined. QPR,
Jam Roly Poly.
terrific. It's just like it's absolutely dreadful. But I do want to say one player that's got me on edge for next season.
Shoot.
Jovic.
Ooh. Well, for Frankfurt, to be fair, it's a low risk deal.
Yeah, you know how much they brought him for? You get it.
5 mil.
It's like 5-6 million, and
And he
now
scored
he's off to
7
Real
mil.
Madrid. Real Madrid for what?
Wait, he's off to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I
for
thought he
like
was staying.
60 million.
Oh Jesus.
How good's that?
That's it. Well, I thought they did something similar with Rebic because I remember after the World Cup they signed him. Before the World Cup they signed him for 2 mil. After the World Cup his evaluation was 50 mil, and they didn't cash in.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid just need anything
Yeah.
At the moment.
I mean, Benzema. I mean,
But
if
if Benzema is your only source of goals, you're doing something wrong. Like, to be fair, everyone's saying, "Oh, Salah's off to Real Madrid, Mane's off to Real Madrid." Real Madrid have been linked with every attacker that's scored 5+ goals this season. They've been linked with Felipe Anderson.
I think Jared Bowen would be quite good for Real
Jared
Madrid.
Bowen, yeah.
He met the team.
Timo Pukki, he's linked with Real Madrid. That James Collins bloke for Luton, he's off to Real Madrid.
Che Adams off to actually no. I think.
Che Adams is.
Mate, he might do, you never know.
I don't know. I
How
mean,
many goals did he get?
22.
Oh, he's there. He's
Yeah, he got more than 5. He's off.
I think like blooming, what's his face? Like Codger, he's got like 5 goals. Shouldn't that mean he's off to Real Madrid?
Oh, no.
I absolutely hate
If
Codger.
you walk up to a Villa fan and say Codger, they'll just go on a 30-minute rant about he's got hamstrings made of silly string and he's so and blah blah blah. And like he scored 26 goals for you on his debut season or something. I might be wrong in that.
Who's your top scorer this season?
Chad Bowen, 22 or something.
Yeah. He also got like player of the season, he got manager's player of the season, he got fans player of the season, he got everything.
He basically did a Coutinho before Salah and Mane came along. He just won everything.
That's
Yeah, he-
absolutely mental.
but
He is really good though.
He is. I
He
actually.
is.
Very, very good.
And if you'll make at least 5 million in the summer from him.
You
Because all,
never
all the
know.
rest of the
No.
money will go to the club. And
No, you do a Birmingham, which is you got a star player like Buckland or Redmond ready, right?
you'll sell him for 200 grand.
No, yeah, literally, like they're worth like 15 million. Lee Clark was just says like, yeah, you can have it for 1.5 million.
Well,
It was in the England squad, but
well, Inter took when they sold us Coutinho, and we made like what 130 million on him. So and I think
That's pretty good.
wait. So are we going to do another signing of this? I want to say someone else. Fabian Schär.
yes,
That's if you're talking value for money. You look no further than Fabian Schär or Rui Patricio or someone that's not top 6. I want to go someone that like is a bit under the radar. People don't really talk about a lot. And Fabian Schär, he scored some rockets this season.
oh, that one
Like-
goal I think it was against Brighton, where it
Yeah.
absolutely humdinger into the top right. It's just like
what I don't know what it is with centre backs scoring good goals, and I don't even want to talk about Company's goal because I cried myself to sleep. I
Yeah.
honestly,
I think we should talk about it.
I don't.
who
you
would
know-
have thought that
do
a
you know
slap
Wasn't
head?
it like? Was it like his first shot on target?
Shot on target since 2013. Don't remind me.
And it was,
In fact, this could be a nice segue. Do you want to go on to goal of the season? Do you reckon then? Shall we?
Ooh, I
What
can't
got So what
Go
goals
on.
can you think of? I'm thinking, personally, just
Salah.
as a biased Liverpool
Salah.
fan, as a very biased Liverpool fan, Salah against Chelsea,
Yeah,
Sturridge against Chelsea,
I'd say
and
Sturridge.
Mane
Yeah.
versus Watford. They're my 3 for Liverpool. They're not my 3 nominations. I could also put forward, say, Company or Hazard against West Ham, where he can rinse like.
Look,
3
I was
or 4
at the
players.
pub watching that, and there was a lot of West Ham fans just saying, "Oh, no, defence is all this." I was like,
No, Hazard's just quite good.
it's just sick.
What is
Like-
Hazard meant to be doing next season?
I think he's good. Well, considering Chelsea got a transfer ban
I think
and
so.
they're stuck with Alonso at left back, he is definitely going to Real Madrid.
You know.
Linked to Real Madrid. How many goals?
Yeah,
5.
No, but like with Hazard though, he's 28 and you're gonna get
He's
100
really-
million. He's getting 100 million
Yeah.
for him.
He's
I
really
think that's
got.
pretty
he's-
good.
No, but
Sick.
it's the fact for Hazard as well. He's 28 now. He's approaching twilight years of his career. Unless he does a Ronaldo and play, or Milner and plays until he's like 34 and does really well. He's really got to get a big money move now. He won't be able to command 100 million when he's 34 like Ronaldo can.
Yeah.
Get him on a 4-year contract.
Yeah, and then like
Get into like
any team
32,
would have
yeah.
him.
yeah.
And
You
then
do
fuck
realise
off.
that Bale has like 3 years left of his Real
I
Madrid
feel
contract or
really
something.
sorry for Bale. I feel really bad for him because Zidane, considering Bale, what? It's a touchy subject. He scored one of the best Champions League final goals in history against my beloved Liverpool.
What, when
That bicycle-
Paris spilled it?
No. I'm talking about the one before that. That bicycle kick. You can stop laughing because that was a good goal.
Yeah, he was, but
Top binge bicycle kick, like near enough edge of the box.
yeah, I think that Townsend
Although
goal-
No, he's stuck in Real
Lovren should have
Madrid.
got it. Yeah. But no, Townsend. I
Townsend
think
as well.
that did win goal of the season.
it
didn't
did, yeah.
And FIFA gave him what, 71 volleys? Because that makes
How
sense.
crazy is that? It's like Luca Digne, right? He scored 2 free kicks in the game
Yeah.
against Watford and only got like 68 free kicks. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
I have no idea what they're
mental.
doing.
But yeah, some other ones I can think of is Aaron Ramsey against Fulham. Which is
What,
like
just
a,
that team goal?
it's a team goal to a back heel.
Yeah, no, that was pretty nice. Off the top of my head,
Oh, I can't think about any of
Wait.
those.
I was about to say Man United players, but no one scored good goals there. No one scored goals at Man United.
Man United didn't do anything. I'm like, Ollie's at the wheel now. Don't worry, boys.
I don't know if you can interject a clip of Rio Ferdinand going, "Oh, Man United, Ollie's at the wheel, Man United back."
What, no,
I've seen
right,
that.
you've got to get right. Manchester United got to get to a point where you can't just blame the manager.
Yeah, no, it's not the manager.
How long's it been?
It's been Mourinho, Van Gaal, Moyes. It's been since
Giggs.
Fergie left.
Keep
Yeah.
Giggsy
And
to
they've
the end of
just
the
done shit.
season. Like, oh,
And then they're doing. Everyone's like, oh. Got to get
No,
to a point where you
it's-
realise we've
he-
tried so many like world class managers and you just do.
No, you've tried world class managers and Solskjaer and Moyes. Like Solskjaer is not a world. He won the league with Molde or whatever, and he got Cardiff relegated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been moulded off Alex Ferguson though. Like that he just.
The only good part of Solskjaer is after a good 5 years, he got Cardiff playing well again because they won at Old Trafford.
Yeah, to be fair, literally, it was just like.
I quite like him, but that's because he's got a good personality.
Oh no, he's one of the
He's
managers that
likeable.
he will go. Yeah, we have to improve.
Yeah.
And like Mourinho would go, respect, three Premier Leagues, more than anyone else. It's like, I never liked Mourinho when he was Man
No
United.
one did.
I kind of like him a bit more now, because he's not as biased to Man U and he's not like, oh, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. He kind of, he never blamed, he blamed Pogba. Bear in mind, Pogba, the stats lie in my opinion. Pogba, like, he got, 13 goals, top scorer for Man U at centre mid, and was like, oh, he's a great season. None of them were penalties or
And
rebounds.
yeah.
He's not.
Like,
He's gonna go.
I think
He kills the team. He's an arse. He's an arsehole. He pissed off everyone around him.
No, but it's like with Man U, they got a lot of great individuals. Like, I don't want to keep drawing it back to Liverpool because I'm biased, but Liverpool work like as a team. Like, and I heard something Jermaine Jr. said a while back for the Cardiff Liverpool game. Like, when we scored the first goal, it was like a training ground tactic, and like Klopp said he'd never come up with that. And like the team's almost managing itself now because they're coming up with stuff and they're coming up with different tactics and like little like say for Trent against Barca. Actually, that probably wasn't even a corner tactic. He just saw Origi open and.
No, I was thinking, the ball boy needs to get some respect
Oh
for that.
yeah. Are we going to move on to match of the season? Oh no, we've got to decide goal of the season. Then we'll go match of the season. So what do you think? Because I'm tempted to just agree with Sky and just go Anders Townsend.
Nah, just because of the story about him, because you're gonna hate me for I think company. How are you gonna
what?
score like that? And
Do you know
like that,
No.
and it's your first shot on target in like 3 years.
Do you know what? In
fact, more than that.
I would disdainfully agree with you because that goal, in theory, won them the league.
It was like an amazing goal. Don't get me wrong, but there's goals that have been like that, but no one's done it. And just as a centre back, and just gone, I'm gonna shoot randomly for the first time. Who knows how long? And do that.
I'm going to shoot from 30 yards and I'm going to stick it top bins and everyone's going, no, don't shoot. And he shoots and it goes in. Literally, I was listening to it on the radio and a little part of me died because I thought Leicester would have held on.
Of course.
It would have been a 0-0 and we beat Newcastle with Origi and then we would have won the league.
It's like,
but
it's just that kind of goal. The best strikers in the world can't pull that off.
No.
The way he did.
Not,
You see, like
Yeah.
Ronaldo
And he
always
literally
tries it and everything.
He just went.
I'm just,
He literally what's the
went,
worst that can happen?
I'm Vincent Kompany, but I'm going to stick it to... Well, he's a good defender, but he can't shoot. And he's
No,
like,
not
I'm
at
going to
all.
stick it top bins.
No centre back can do that, and he can't do that. That's
Yeah.
that's why I think it's the best one, because he cannot do that.
Also, if you're talking about significance, I think Andros Townsend was quite good, purely for the fact that it beat Man City.
And it beat like the
He's a Crystal Palace player. You're like, it's 1-1. You're at the Etihad, and you pull that off, and you win the game. Like no, I think he makes it 3-1 there.
I think it's I think
They won 3-2. He makes it 3-1 there. He pretty much kills the game off.
He's just absolutely.
Like,
The thing is, though, Birmingham had Andros Townsend on loan for like a half a season, and he was absolutely terrible. And to see him do that, he's just there to like
the pure technique on that. So so as a company in Townsend, who is it?
I'd say company, unfortunately,
Yeah, I'd say company.
because like
I'm
Ronaldo.
out
Not because of the goal,
Yeah,
because of the situation and the significance
I would
of it.
say Townsend purely on technique, but I'll have to agree with you with company.
A centre back
Yeah.
shoots for the first time in how long? It's first shot in target since 2013, and it wins them the league. That's just that. Write that down. No one's believing you.
It is written in the stars, but I also want to talk about. You're talking about bullshit. Liverpool got very unlucky because
You got very unlucky.
People can say we're one of,
You got
we're
violated.
top 5 best Premier League teams in history. In the history of the Premier League.
How many points did they get? Was it 98?
97.
97. They got
So
98.
they got 98. Do you know what seasons we would have won the league?
Every
season.
But this one or last one, Man City are the only team to ever get more points than us and did it twice. That's really.
Yeah, but do you know how they've done it?
Oh yeah, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Oil slave money from
Right, it's the
Qatar.
fact-
like,
no, okay. I want to clear something up because people will always say, "Oh, you're a Liverpool fan, you can't talk about spending money. You spent 130 mil on Van Dijk and Alisson. We sold Coutinho for 140, so we made profit off that deal or something like that.
And plus, you made so much money from getting
Or
into
at
the
least-
Champions League final.
Or at least we
like-
broke even. Like with Sterling, Suarez, Coutinho, we sold Solanke for 30 million for a
Dominic
bloke that scored 1 Premier League goal.
And you said-
Man City they're like, our midfield isn't that good.
It needs a bit
It's
more.
really good though.
We've only got De
Money.
Bruyne, Fernandinho,
David
Gundogan,
Silva.
Bernardo Silva, David Silva.
Fabian Delph.
They should just bring back Joe Hart in goal.
Do you know what?
They were the days.
I was gonna joke about we've only got Jordan Henderson, Gini Wijnaldum. They've been our best midfielders.
Yeah, they have. They've been really good.
Like Henderson, do you know what? I've got to give. Do you know what? I think we should move on to match of the season.
Yeah.
And I want to move on to Liverpool Barca. I've been wanting
Here we
to.
go.
I've been wanting to move on to this game for so long.
That should be
That's got to be match of the century.
they're the 2 matches of the century, I think.
They're both legs.
But first leg was
No, the
but
first
then
leg,
the second leg was awesome. But what made the second leg so awesome was the first leg was so
the tie in general was just.
yeah.
It was written in the start. As soon as Origi started that game, I said to my dad, he's getting some goals. I said he was getting a hat trick. I'll say my prediction was off, but he got 2 goals. Bear in mind they were both tap-ins, but someone's got to be there. People call Harry Kane world class.
No, stop it.
It was.
Technically,
I think that was game of the season, but you have to take into account the game before that to make.
yeah.
I think
Well, no, you
Messi
can say
and
the same with Ajax Spurs.
Yeah.
Ajax.
Yeah.
Bear in mind,
But
Ajax didn't
that's
have.
Ajax.
Ajax. I'll give them props. I really didn't want Spurs to beat Ajax, and you should always support the English team. I didn't want Spurs to go through. Not because I'm scared to face them in the final, because I was more scared to face Ajax. I didn't want to go to for fans to go to Madrid, but so that they can watch in England. Like
Ooh.
it's the same with Europa League. Like all these fans are travelling thousands of miles to Baku,
Or like 8,000 of them
Yeah.
in the 60,000 seat stadium.
6,000 seat stadium.
It's like
they have 16,000.
10% of the.
Yeah.
Is it 66,000?
It's
They're
66,000
6,000 seater, and they've got like
8,000 each.
8,000 each. And one of Arsenal players can't even play
Because of the
like,
ties between Armenia and Azerbaijan. How crazy is that?
and the World Cup's being held in the winter next time. I know that isn't this
They're
season.
splitting the season, aren't they?
Why is the World Cup in the winter?
Because it's Qatar. It's Qatar.
Okay.
And it's 45 degrees.
Why is it in
the summer.
Qatar?
I don't know why it's in Qatar. It's the worst country for it to be in.
They've killed 500 people building the stadium.
Oh, let's go to Qatar, go watch the footy, not drink. Not drink.
And get
Not drink!
Yeah.
Wait, the women can't even go to the football either. You didn't realise that.
Women can't go.
No, women can't go.
It's a great place.
It's a fucking fest.
You do.
No, Qatar.
Sausage fest with
is
no
one-
booze.
Qatar is one of the 10 countries in the world that you can be legally killed for being gay.
Yeah.
Wait, so basically you're going to a country where...
You can't drink.
No,
And there's
hear
no
me out.
women in
So
the stadiums.
you've got thousands of sweaty men
Yeah.
sober in a stadium and they get killed for being gay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of executions.
Yeah, literally. It's absolutely like dreadful.
Are we allowed to use this segment?
I think we can. That's fine. I think it's really good.
Okay, can we go back to this season then? So,
I don't think we can.
what we talk? So so we're saying Liverpool, Barca.
Yeah, but you got to
Purely
take
for the
into
fact
account.
that-
You got to take into account the first one.
Yeah. But I'm going to say also, I don't think we've got it on the notes, but performance of the season's got to be Liverpool because we beat Barca with Origi up front and Wijnaldum
And
as a goal
Shakira.
scorer and Shaqiri.
All right, we're back then, guys. We need to talk about best coach, boys. Who are you saying?
Solskjaer.
Solskjaer.
No.
No.
For 3 months. Yeah.
For 3 months.
For 3 months, he was pretty good. Lost 1 game against PSG at home.
He beat what? One sec. You keep talking. I'm gonna look up on that run, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you what teams he beat.
He drew with Liverpool, I can tell you that.
Well,
So
I hate to say it because Brody's here.
okay, no. I'll tell you. So he took charge. Okay, so he took charge around here. I think.
Huddersfield.
No, it's Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
Because Mourinho got sacked after we beat.
Yeah, so Cardiff. go on.
So they beat Cardiff, Huddersfield, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Reading, Tottenham, fair play, Brighton, Arsenal, fair play, drew with Burnley, won against Leicester, won against Fulham, lost to PSG, beat Chelsea in the FA Cup, drew to us, and then Crystal Palace, Southampton, and after the PSG game, lost to Arsenal, Wolves twice, Barcelona, beat Watford, beat West Ham, lost to Barca, got battered by Everton, humiliated against City, drew to Chelsea, drew to Huddersfield, and lost to Cardiff. So
After he got the job,
after he fully got the job, he shouldn't have been given the job. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think. Go on.
I hate to say it because Brody's here and it'll make him happy, and that's not what I want. Coach season's probably Klopp.
It's Klopp,
Yeah,
I'd say.
I think it is.
I
I really do think it just is.
I think the way he sort of went to sort out his team from where was 7th when he took charge. 7th, 8th round there.
His
weren't
first season we finished 8th, and we had
No,
what?
for this season, I just think 97 points after not being Man City and spending knows how much money each season.
We spent more money in the summer. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but that's
The
because you
Man
had so much money from
we had
January.
money from the Coutinho deal.
You break even. Man City just.
We don't break even, but we break even more. City have like a net spend in the 400 million, so we have about 100 million.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
what
still
a top flight team is usually. Not.
It still makes me laugh though. Like Man City, I think it's the 2011-12 season, and they made a loss of 142 million. And you know what happened the season after?
What?
FFP began.
I just love the fact
If it was a year after where FFP was a thing, they'd be fine.
no, they can get a Champions League ban because of FFP.
Mm. That's
It-
absolutely mental, isn't it?
Do you know what though? It should be a ban. It shouldn't just be a fine or something. A ban or a points deduction because fine doesn't. No one gives a shit about that. It's like
Yeah, Man City.
Especially Man
No,
City.
it's
Especially
like
Man City.
when Montenegro
Blues
isn't it?
makes a difference.
No,
Yeah.
For example, when we beat Montenegro, was it 5-1?
Yeah.
England, and the Montenegro fans were just doing monkey chants at like Rose and Sterling and Sancho and Rashford and all that. They got fined 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah, Montenegro can't. That's quite a lot though.
Yeah, ready for this one?
No, any country can pay 10 grand.
Yeah, I know. But
Apart from Greece.
10 grand is
Apart from Greece.
it's nearly my uni fees. That's it. And they got to put that. They're saying we're gonna kick racism out of football. You gonna kick racism out of football? Pay my uni fees.
it was Croatia that they weren't allowed fans in the stadium.
Yeah,
That's what you should do.
Yeah,
that's a good example.
Play behind closed doors. A ban. They ban from competition.
Did you watch that game?
What?
Croatia game, Croatia England, when they didn't have fans in the stadium.
Oh.
Was it Croatia England?
No, it was Croatia.
No, it wasn't England.
It wasn't
definitely
England.
I swear it was England. No, it was England.
No, I don't think it was.
No, because we definitely had. No,
Go find out. Yeah, I don't think it was.
I don't know who it was up against.
I think it must have been like Serbia or something like that.
Yeah, no, it was some Eastern European team, I think.
Yeah, but
that is what you should do. You shouldn't like.
It's ridiculous. Like Nicholas Bentner, right? He got a 250 grand fine for having Paddy Power on his trousers, on his boxer, sorry. And of course you can't like put advertising.
It was England Croatia.
Was it?
No fans in the stadium.
Wait, was it? Oh, was it the Nations League?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, look, it's so big stadium.
Oh,
no fans. I remember watching. I was like,
hang on a second.
There's more atmosphere in my front room than in that stadium.
Football with no fans is shit. Just ask Man City. They're shit home support. Honestly.
The empty had. No, it's just like.
Can I just say? Can I interrupt you there?
Yeah, of course you can.
Not being a salty Liverpool fan, did you see City's title celebrations?
Nah.
They dropped the title.
Oh,
no,
I saw they dropped the title.
I'm not talking about that. Bernardo Silva took the biggest L in history because he tried to start a chant and no one joined him, and he went and just gave the mic back. Honestly, it's entertaining to watch, but it's also sad that a club like that is going to probably dominate English football now.
Yeah, I mean,
literally everyone is like, "Oh, Man City save Liverpool. We're going to loan all our players to you. You're going to save Liverpool. You can save football. Sorry." And then City won the league, and the same people are like, "Oh, the Premier League's coming, the French league. Oh no, it's not competitive." We were the only people that stood up to Man City, and everyone was supporting Man City. And everyone was like, "No, but we don't want football to be ruined by oil money. But we don't want football to be ruined by Liverpool winning the league, who have done it semi-legit." Yeah. Like we had no allegations on our back. We've had nothing.
Basically, people just want United to win.
No, Man United fans. There was a Man United fan in the pub. I was watching the Liverpool game, Liverpool Wolves in the pub. There's a Man United fan celebrating when Aguero scored, and that's when I know football's. Like if Everton were competing with Man United for the league, and say, Czech Tosin scored the winner, I wouldn't go mental. I wouldn't give a shit who won the league. I wouldn't want Everton to win the league because then they'd hold it over us. But then I wouldn't care.
But you'd never get. Everton are never going to get in that situation.
Yeah, no. But if we're not in the title race, I can't say I don't care. Because if Everton are competing with like Tottenham, I'd support Tottenham in the title race.
But you wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
But I wouldn't make as big a deal. Like there's an allegation. There's a thing a while back. Not an allegation. There's a thing a while back. There's a Man United fan that got Aguero on the back of his shirt. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's such a traitor," and all that.
His last name.
But his last name is he's like Leonard Aguero or something. And he got slated online. And he was like, "I didn't think having my name on the back of the shirt would be offensive."
Yeah. To be fair though, in terms of other managers and stuff like that, we're gonna give a couple of people.
We got to talk about Pep then, don't we?
No,
Nah, because I think Pep's good, but
he's been with the good teams. So.
Do you know what? I've always said this. You know how everyone's like, "Oh, Zidane, he won all the Champions League with Real Madrid." Stick him at Middlesbrough. See how he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, give him what he wants. Stick him at Middlesbrough. Loan him to Middlesbrough for a season. See what he did. It's like I'd love to see Messi Ronaldo in League 2. I don't know if they tear it up as much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think they would.
Pitches are and defenders don't care.
They do 2 foots for days.
Defenders, it is near on Sunday League.
But it's like big players like that, big fancy European players don't fare well against British defending.
Literally Brexit defending.
Harry Maguire would.
Wall.
Yeah. Harry Maguire would ruin Messi. By the way, I just feel
you have to play in England.
Ronaldo could. I doubt Messi could.
You have to play in England for a few seasons
to
be able to get good at it.
Do you know what? We say Messi probably couldn't do it in the Premier League. He scored against every top 6 team.
That's why, if you look at it, English players can't typically go to foreign countries and play very well because
The only examples
you can't just be a brick wall because it doesn't work.
The only things that I can think of are Sancho, and no defenders I can't think of. Johnny Woodgate went to Real Madrid, didn't he?
Got
sent off.
Scored two own goals, got a red card in his first match.
I think it was one own goal and got a red card.
How mental's that?
And then he got injured, I think.
Yeah, he was injured for like a year and a half before his debut.
It doesn't work because European style players are about being fancy and skill wise.
That's what
British
people,
is just being like, you.
People like Jadon Sancho are suited to that though.
Yeah, because
Jadon Sancho has gone. He's done bits.
He's got 12 goals, 17 assists.
He's got to go to the Euros. Like,
yeah.
Another example, a while back, David Beckham when he went to Real Madrid, AC Milan, PSG, LA Galaxy even. Who else? Lineker, he went to Barca, didn't he?
He did alright there.
Yeah, he was a fancy player though. He wasn't really. If you look at
Lineker was more of a Brexit striker in my opinion. I personally didn't watch him because I'm only 18.
If you look at all the players from England that have gone abroad, they never like Harry Maguire, if you know what I mean. They're never just brick walls. They're always
they're fancy little players
that have looked at European players when they were younger and gone,
I want to be like that.
So the ones I can think of is like Michael Owen.
Yep, completely.
In the 50-50 one, I say Steve McManaman at Real Madrid in like 2000.
Yeah, no, because he was a very good winger.
He was, but he just didn't suit Real Madrid, in my personal opinion.
He wasn't really Galactico material.
He was a free transfer from Liverpool.
That's all I don't like about Real Madrid. It's one of the many things I don't like about Real Madrid. It's the fact that
I love them at the moment because they're losing.
oh yeah,
absolutely love them.
No, Real Madrid, they don't sign players. They'll sign someone and they call them Galacticos. They're so cool and everything. But
Thomas Gravesen was a Galactico. You just look at him. He's a Norwegian slaphead who's like a brick wall.
Yeah.
And you're like,
no, it's like Galactico. It's like they just hired a team of mercenaries. It's a team of hired guns. They don't care about the badge, the club. They don't give a shit. Ronaldo, maybe he was there for long enough. Maybe the same with Bale. But like you got others.
I don't think Bale does anymore.
No, I think Bale Spurs from it. I don't blame him.
I think he wants to go back to Spurs.
Beckham, for example, he wasn't there long enough.
No, he wasn't. Nah,
Michael Owen weren't there long enough. He's always had loyalties.
Jermaine Pennant is the.
It's hard to imagine.
Jermaine Pennant went to Real Madrid.
No. He went to Real Zaragoza in Spain. Left his Porsche in the parking lot. Got a 250 grand fine for parking. You just said he went to bloody Stoke, didn't he? You just said.
It's almost like you're a Liverpool fan, big Liverpool fan.
Very big, yeah.
Imagine like you moved to Spain and you lived in Bilbao and you were like, I want to watch football, so you have to go and watch Bilbao. You're just not going to care.
Yeah.
I like Bilbao though. I think they're...
But for Brody, it'd take him a few years to actually start giving a shit about them.
Also, I'm just reading your notes here, Isaac. Best place, you got Messi, Ronaldo, standard, Salah, Piontek, Mbappe, Naismith.
Oh, that's just a jokey answer.
Mate, what do you mean?
Here we go on.
He's a beast.
What, Stephen Naismith? Who's he play for now?
Beast.
He's a free transfer at the moment.
Oh, is he a free agent?
He's a free agent now. He left Hearts.
He was on loan at Hearts for 2 years.
Jesus.
I think.
Anyway.
Beast, man.
You know who's linked up with Naismith? Birmingham.
Well, how many calls did he have?
To some.
5?
Yeah.
You know where he's going.
Okay. Best moment of the season.
Go on.
I'm going to put 3 forward, and a few of them are from here.
Yeah, it's gone.
Obviously, no, it's a Gini Wijnaldum masterclass, not an Origi masterclass. Gini Wijnaldum, very good player. It's not the fact he just scored. He turned Rakitic and Sergio Roberto into silly string. He
Yeah,
but also, I'm going to go a little bit off it, and I'm also, it's on your notes, but I'm going to say that Lucas, no, not the hat-trick, it's just that end goal.
10 seconds left.
No, it was last kick of the game, because I saw videos of Ajax fans in the pubs going, 10, 9, 8, and they go down to 4, and then they're on the attack, and they're like, 3, 2, 1, and as they hit 1, Lucas scored, and they all broke down in tears. And it's like, it's funny.
It is.
Because it's not my team. But if it was my team, I'd be crying.
I think we don't have to talk about on the pitch for moment of the season.
Oh, God.
I think if we go off the pitch
Oh, God.
and talk about Rio Ferdinand shouting Ollie's at the wheel.
Do you know what?
I think
That was class.
that might make moment of the season.
I think another moment of the season was that blooming Birmingham fan hitting Grealish in the face.
That was hilarious.
No.
But have you seen the picture of that fan now?
No.
He got cut up when he got out of jail. Yeah, he got his face slashed. Massive gash on his cheek.
No, do you know what's even funnier about that game?
What?
Grealish scored the winner.
Moving on.
That's got to be so moment of the season. What we're saying, whatever you Rio or when Jack Grealish got you.
If we're talking off the pitch, then yeah. But Lucas versus Ajax. Ajax as a whole.
Yes.
Jose press conferences.
Oh,
they're pretty
excellent.
Good. They're pretty good.
Okay, so on pitch we're saying Lucas. I'm guessing.
Lucas versus Ajax. It's purely because it was last minute. If it wasn't that, if it was between Origi and Lucas for the winner goals, I'd say Lucas purely because it was literally clutch. It was. If they score, they go through. If they don't, they don't.
I think he really showed in that match as well that he can take up the mantle if Son or...
How much is he on a week?
60, something like that.
Yeah, because
Which
Spurs
is still a ton of money.
No, but like 60 grand for a team like Spurs is quite a lot because Spurs
don't spend a lot.
There's only one player that's over 100k a week, and that's Kane.
Kane's on like 120.
120, yeah.
That's pretty good considering.
And Ericsson's on 78 at the moment.
Was it this season they didn't make a single signing over summer?
It's like
they make
one
single
and a half
signing
season.
in the season.
In the season? Oh.
Yeah. Can I put something forward?
Yeah.
As a Liverpool fan,
Here we go.
Did
I not say?
It was absolutely glorious to watch Man United just be
I think they've just been all
It was just
This moment of the season.
Okay, title race then. The final few games for the title race.
I think that's
got to be one of the most intense title races.
Okay, yeah.
Not even as a Liverpool fan, that is just, as a neutral, that would have been amazing to watch.
It's just like...
No, there are no neutrals, there are Liverpool fans or City fans.
As a neutral, as a neutral in the Premier League...
You supported Man City or Liverpool, there were no neutrals in this. Yeah, and a lot of people supported Liverpool. No, City, sorry.
I don't like City.
I was back in Liverpool.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like as a
back
club
in Liverpool
with
in the Champions League final because I just don't like Spurs.
Oh yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think that with the heritage that Liverpool has got and everything, they deserve to win a title. Man City have brought a title. How many titles?
They've brought 4 titles.
They've brought 4 titles.
Moment of the season. Spurs getting a new stadium and then just losing in it.
Well, against West Ham.
just losing.
And to think, it wasn't like Felipe Anderson or Lanzini.
Miguel Antonio.
Antonio!
He's one of the biggest houses in football.
Absolutely terrible.
But I just think it was absolutely hilarious that they got this new stadium. Everyone was like, finally. They're out of Wembley. They're in this amazing new... loss.
Antonio.
They won the first game, didn't they?
They won their first couple of games. They
only conceded to West Ham.
Yeah.
And Ajax in Champions League, but
but in the Premier League they'd only ever conceded to West Ham in there.
How good's that?
Anyway, moving on
to best
player of the season. Oh, of course, all leagues we're talking.
All leagues.
No. Okay. Top 5 leagues then, because we're not going to talk about Portugal. I can't be arsed. Or the Netherlands.
What? João Felix has been sick.
Yeah, but he's not best player of Portugal.
No, should we go for the top 5 leagues of Portugal, Scotland,
Azerbaijan,
Luxembourg, Irish,
Chinese Super League.
Chinese.
No, I do not want to talk about the Chinese Super League.
I don't give it's just money and.
You know,
I can't say. I was about to say the camera's rolling.
You know that ex-Wales manager Coleman.
Yeah. Oh, he's his career.
Yeah,
he got to a semi-final of the Euros and he's in China now.
To Sunderland and left the club when they got relegated. Now he's in the Chinese Super League, and they put a banner of across the whole stadium, basically told him to go away.
That's hilarious.
And to think he was a national hero, 2-3 years ago? It's mental. And time just goes like that as a footballer. It's terrible. But in my personal opinion, though, not gonna lie, I think Mbappe.
No. If he did it in the Prem, I would say yes. If he did it in La Liga, I'd say yes.
That is true. He did it. He did do it.
I would have to be really.
Well, you just got to.
I'd have to be really boring and generic and say Messi.
I mean, he's in the top everything for La Liga
Can
and
I
stuff
give
like that.
Can I give you a reason for this? Now we're talking about La Liga. La Liga is semi-competitive, right? All right. So you got Stuani, 19, Aspas, former Liverpool, 20, Suarez, 21, Benzema, also 21. Do you know what Messi got?
What?
36.
Yeah, you can't really argue.
You
with that.
can't argue with that.
But
That's nearly a bigger point.
I
Gap.
get the Mbappe argument.
because
I get it.
he's so young as well. It really
sick.
annoys me. It's like he's my age. He's my age.
No, he's 20 now, isn't he?
All I'm saying
19,
is,
20 round there.
all I'm saying is, bang him on Man United and they'd still lose.
Yeah. No, but like you talk about also consistency. I've just pulled up Messi's stats. This season, he got 36 and 34. Last season, 34 and 36. The season before that, 37 and 34. He's got 30 plus goals in the league 3 seasons running.
And what's his average ratings been?
8.4, 8.5.
You see, like
8.4 again.
I was gonna be like, oh, Alisson is also like a contender player of the season. He's only got like what, a 6 point something from the research I did.
Yeah, but you can't talk about goalies saying average rating because goalies never get good average ratings.
No, you can't really.
Even if they keep a clean sheet, they'll get an 8 at a push. They'll never get higher than an 8.
Yeah, it's just like,
Messi gets man of the match, man of the match, man of the match. Goalkeepers never get man of the match.
I think also
very
we need
rare.
to talk about some other like little players like Delict. I'd say has been quality this season, and
Yeah.
also Tadic.
Who'd have thunk it?
£10 million from Southampton. Every Southampton's like, oh, go away. He's not really good. or
Dusan
anything like that.
Tadic. Daily Blind.
Daily Blind. As soon as he leaves, Man United just crumble. Well, they've been crumbling for the last couple of years, but it's just like,
6 years of them crumbling.
yeah.
Can I-
Slowly
can I-
Bauer rolling down the hill.
Can I just talk about a transfer story that I've heard? Inter Milan have put Ivan Rakitic plus 30 mil for Lukaku.
How old Rakitic? And not is it Perisic? You mean? Yeah, he's about 31, isn't he?
I'm gonna double check that.
Lukaku's just a fat old man.
He's too bricked up.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him
He's
at all.
too bricked up these days.
I thought he was going to get better under Solskjaer.
He was for a little bit.
Because he got skinny and I was like, oh, you lost all that excess weight that you gained under Mourinho.
No,
and then he got fat again.
No, that's
and
what
then
happened. That's what happened with Joe Gomez. Like when Joe Gomez first joined, and Klopp came in, he was told by Klopp to lose his beach body muscles.
Yeah.
Like he basically Klopp just went, "You're fat, lose it," and then he did a lot better. But if we're going to move back to player of the season, I do want to put Quagliarella in the mix because he outscored Ronaldo. Any can do that.
34.
No, he's not. He's like 35, 36. He's older than Ronaldo. One sec, I'm gonna check. One sec, gonna get on there.
Yeah, he must be. Hang on.
One sec, can we get an endorsement from FootMob because that's what we use right now.
So this video isn't sponsored by OneFootball, but it's
He
definitely...
outscored Ronaldo by 5.
What?
And he's 36. He got 26 and 8 assists. Ronaldo got 21 and 8 assists.
He
And
got the player of the season in the...
although
what's it?
let's calm down. 9 were penalties.
Yeah.
But
What, for Quag?
Yeah, but 5.
You can never quite count.
Yeah, but 5 Ronaldos were penalties. So Ronaldo without penalties got 16.
Ronaldo got player of the season in the Serie A. You just there to say...
How did he get player of the season? He got outscored by 3 people.
I mean,
Well, that's
Zapata's been absolutely...
Out assisted as well. He's not in the top 5 for assists.
Yeah, but he makes money.
He's on
He
bed,
makes
or-
teams a lot of money.
Yeah, literally, him being there is just
Yeah.
like it's
They-
a money maker.
Juventus...
Until the allegations.
Oh, okay. This is the funny thing about Ronaldo this season. This season, when he joined, Juventus gained 2.3 million followers on
And Real
Instagram.
Madrid lost.
That amount because Ronaldo. But as soon as the rape allegations came in and everything like that, they took him from the front front menu of FIFA. So you just there to say it's absolutely dreadful. So who are we saying for team player of the season?
Can I you know
Yeah,
how
go
we're
on.
talking about penalty goals don't really count.
Yeah.
If you're talking about that, Mane should have won player of the golden boot because Aubameyang got 4 penalties, Salah got 3, and they all ended on 22. Mane didn't score a single penalty. Although Mane got 22 goals and only 1 assist for a winger. He didn't assist pretty much anyone, and he's a winger.
Yeah, but he's been absolutely quality.
Oh no, he's been amazing.
It's the thing is like penalties. Obviously, they're a goal, but they're just an easy goal.
Yeah.
Any striker worth their like,
no, but then you
worth their name.
Yeah, but if
that's why
you can say
people
about,
looked at Ricky Lambert and just like, oh, he's a quality player. Yeah, but he scored loads of penalties.
No, but it's like you're talking about assists as well, right? You can say assist via set piece. That is basically a penalty. Like that's the equivalent of a penalty. Like goal scored via penalty, assist via set piece. Anyway, so we're gonna decide who was player of the season then.
Sweet. So you're saying Messi.
I'm saying Messi.
I'm saying Mbappe. Who are you saying?
I think it's got to be Messi. I think you're bullshitting.
If we're talking about pure, if we're talking about pure numbers, it has to be Messi.
But I feel like in a couple of seasons or so, if Mbappe leaves,
because Messi's getting older, Mbappe's gonna get better.
I think
Mbappe can't get. He can just get better from him.
Messi is the best. You can't deny it. You can't look at it, all the stats, and just look at him and be like, oh no, this player's better than him because there's no one better than him.
No, it's like everyone's like, oh, but he should have done more in the Liverpool-Barca game. The other 10 should have contributed because they did jack shit. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up then.
Yeah, so
camera's about to die.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye-bye.